Are beans for breakfast really the answer? I have been seeing so many people all over social media talking about they are starting to eat beans for breakfast. And I've been listening to their accounts and all the benefits that they've been experiencing since starting to eat these beans for breakfast. And I am now curious that dense bean salad, does it work? Will it help with inflammation? Will it help with perimenopause, menopause symptoms? Will it help with Our Lady's time of the month? I want to know the real truth. So, because of that, I have decided to go on this journey and I am going to be eating a half a cup of beans for breakfast for the next 30 days. I am going to take you along on this journey and kind of keep a running diary of how I'm feeling, what things I've noticed have changed. I've seen people say their skin has cleared up or their skin isn't as dry, they have a different glow to their skin, their hair is healthier. I want to see, does it actually work? I do suffer from a lot of inflammation, so I work out a lot. My I had a bad car accident in 2022, so I have back pain and injury from that. So I want to see, does it make a difference if I start my morning off fiber rich and fiber dense with low sugar, which I try to stay away from anyway, but will that actually help? All right, y'all know where we're going next. We're going to run to the market and we are going to buy some beans. Now, I've heard you can get any kind of beans that are tasty to you, beans that you like. So I do love a good bean. um, I don't know how I'm going to feel. I'm going to make a dressing to go over it. I've seen recipes with tomatoes and mozzarella cheese. I don't really do much dairy. So, and I don't really eat tomatoes cut up like that. It's weird. I eat ketchup, I eat salsa, but I won't eat tomatoes like on a sandwich or just cut like that. So I'm just going to stick to some, for the first time at least, I'm going to do cucumber and beans. If I like that combination, I'm probably going to add some onion the next time. But we're going to see for this first week what kind of beans we're going to get, and let's see how it turns out. Okay, you guys. So I decided on chickpeas. I decided on black eyed peas because I love black eyed peas and small red beans. I thought about lentils. I think I'm going to try the lentils next time. There was no set amount of how many types of beans you could get, but I'm going to start with three and do that combination, see what I like, and then next week we can switch it up and see how it goes. But first, we are going to rinse our beans. We're going to wash them, and rinse them some more. Let's get all of that liquid, all of that salt. Let's rinse it down the drain. All right, y'all, don't come for my strainer, okay? She is a little bit mature, all right? And she is getting up there in age, but I love her. So, yeah, don't talk about her in the comments. I gotta get a spoon. Some of these beans are stuck at the bottom here. Hang on, those, let's see. It's only the red beans stuck. Hang on. All right. And you know what? This spoon, y'all, this is my favorite mixing spoon. Can you see that? The handle broke off. I don't know. One of the kids a while ago broke the handle, but I love it so much. because it's like the perfect size because it can go into cans, but still they're big enough to mix other things. Okay, let's go ahead and rinse them. Put on my handy dandy. Look, y'all, I think I'm fancy. Got my little sprayer here. It's the little things in life, right? I'm gonna kind of shake them around. I am using lukewarm water. I am also spraying my counter, but that's all right. In the name of YouTube, I will dry it off. But we want to get a good rinse on those beans. I can smell those black eyed peas. They smell really good. Now, keep in mind, you can use dry beans, but I didn't have time for that. So we're using canned beans today. Oh, let's get this last one. All right, let's get our cucumber. All right, I cut up the cucumber. I only used one. I had a good size cucumber. So I'm just using one this time just to see how I like it and see how it goes. But I left the peel on. I washed the cucumber first, y'all, so don't worry. But there's a lot of fiber, a lot of good stuff in the peel. So, all right, got that mixed some. So now I'm going to make the marinade and the dressing to go over this. And as it sits in the refrigerator, it's just gonna become more flavorful. So let's see what we have in the cabinet and see what kind of seasonings and spices we can add. Okay, I have olive oil. I am out of balsamic vinegar, but I do have some apple cider vinegar. I have some lemon. Let's see what we can make up. Oh, and I have Dijon mustard. We might have a winner. I am starting with a half a cup of olive oil. I am only going to add a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar. Let's uh let's add our mustard right now. Oh, and let's do some lemon juice. All right, guys, this is the juice of a half lemon. I can't find my juicer, my little hand thingy. So next best thing, we have a little Ziploc snack bag. And yeah, we got to roll in that lemon juice in that bag. Always keep in mind, you don't always need professional tools to cook. You can use what you have. You don't need to spend money. Just use what you got, make out of it what you need. Okay, now we're going to use some seasonings and we're going to stop seasoning when the ancestors tell us to stop. How about that? Okay, today I'm going to go with some dash. I'm going to go with some garlic powder. We're going to do some oregano and we're going to do a little bit of seasoned salt. And we're going to grab our mustard first and then we're going to mix it together and see what it tastes like. Okay, we're going to add some of our mustard. Don't y'all hate that when the mustard, oh, when there's, I'm going to add like about a tablespoon. Oh, wait, did y'all hear that? The ancestor said a little bit more. And last but not least, oregano, a little bit goes a long way. It's a really strong spice. Let's mix it together and taste. Okay, we mixed it up. We did a little taste, and the only thing I think I'm missing is a little bit of honey. So let's add just a touch of sweetness. If you have agave, maple syrup even, you can use something like that, but let's try honey. Yep, that honey really did it. Next time I make this, I think I'm going to get some cilantro or parsley. We need something a little more green to brighten it up, freshen it up more. But so far, I am loving this. So let's go ahead and mix this dressing over our beans and get them in the refrigerator. All right, and that's what we have. We're going to cover our dense bean salad. I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator. And then in a couple days, I'll come back and let you know if I am noticing any changes, anything different in my body, in my skin, in my overall health. I hope you follow along. I hope you decide to make your own dense bean salad and let me know how it tastes. I know I said I was going to wait 30 days and I would update you in between those 30 days, right? I don't need to wait 30 days or give you a whole month of updates because it's been 2 weeks. I have eaten beans for breakfast or with breakfast, I should say, every day, and it has been a phenomenal difference. I was skeptical. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think you could eat something as simple as beans and have it make such a profound change in your body. But I was wrong. I was mistaken. I am going to tell you, I kept a journal of how I was feeling each of those days. So it's been 2 weeks. So I have 2 weeks of notes. I'm going to condense them for you and tell you exactly the benefits I've been experiencing. I had only one downside. There was just one con, but when I looked it up on Google and it's going to blow your mind. That one bowl of bean salad lasts me 7 days. So 3 cans literally last at a half cup each, last me 7 days. Now, there was one day where I did eat, or there were 2 days where I did eat a half cup at breakfast and a half cup right before I had like lunch, so mid morning. And those were the only 2 days where I doubled up and I cut back to just a half cup for the simple fact that the first day it was great, you know, it nothing happened. Day two, when I had a half cup of beans with breakfast and a cup right before lunch, day two I felt exhausted. I have my notes and it says, I feel extremely drained, fell asleep on the couch, my body feels weird. So I looked it up on Google because I was just not thinking that beans could make you feel drained or sleepy or anything like that because I mean, why would it, right? They're beans. And when I looked it up, and I literally I felt so silly typing in, do beans make you sleepy? But yes, the answer is yes, they can. And here's why. Beans can make you sleepy because they contain tryptophan, vitamins B6, and magnesium. And those are sleep inducing hormones like serotonin and melatonin, and they promote relaxation in your body. So then, when I went to research further, because I was eating a half cup at breakfast and then the half cup at lunch, so one full cup of beans that day, it said that my body was adjusting to the amount of normal fiber that it should have been receiving. So because I wasn't always eating that much fiber, there was an adjustment period, and I want to say they were almost like flu-like symptoms, but not quite. I just felt so weird. I just had zero energy. And what was happening was the beans were basically drawing the toxins out of my body and it was making me sleepy. That was the only day I had where I felt extremely drained. Day three, I was wide awake. I have been sleeping so well with beans. Normally, I check my phone, which is a super bad habit, but I check my phone a couple times throughout the night. And with the beans, I did not do that. I have not checked my phone at night. Why? Because I have slept straight through. I picked up my phone probably, it was like day 4 or 5. And I thought, oh, here we go. It's the middle of the night. It was 15 minutes before my alarm went off. And that has been the norm ever since. I wake up right before my alarm goes off. I am wide awake. I feel well rested. It is crazy. I had a breakout, like a it was that was weird, a pimple, but it was during cycle time. But when I tell you, it got so big just for like a day. But then after that, it totally went away. I have an ongoing breakout um up by my neck, like it's always there, and it's not bad or anything, but it's just always there. I guess I've gotten used to it. Completely gone. So my skin has cleared up in the patches where, like, dry patches, I don't have that anymore. Lower anxiety. I can go on and on. I am not bloated anymore. My stomach is looking good, like the body is bodying right now. So I am extremely pleased, and I think I'm gonna, like, this is now gonna become a normal routine. I'm gonna have to have a half cup of beans every day. I'm already thinking, like, what happens when I go out of town? I'm gonna have to like take a can of beans with me or something. But it has been simply wonderful. I can't even explain. You should definitely try it. Not to mention, beans stabilize your blood sugar, so you feel you don't get those sugar crashes. You feel more up during the day than down. You have definite energy. I had to shovel this morning. That's a whole nother issue, but I was up at 6 a.m. and not complaining about being tired because I was feeling the effects of the beans. So definitely try this recipe for the dense bean salad. Let me know in the comments if you do try it, how you like it. I have been mixing up my beans every week so far. I still keep chickpeas because I really, really like the chickpeas. And then I just throw together two other types of beans just to try. And I've just, yeah, that same marinade. The only difference is I go now between red wine vinegar and apple cider vinegar. So I interchange those depending on how I'm making it. I just made a new batch, so for week 3, and it is going really well. When I tell you, I am floored by the benefits. I never could have thought. Yeah. Oh, one other thing, just make sure you stay hydrated, because if you don't drink enough water, all that fiber will bind up. That's another thing. Oh my God, how could I forget? I have stayed in the bathroom. TMI, but yes, it will clear out everything multiple times a day. So just, I guess, buy extra toilet paper, okay? But whatever you do, eat those beans and let me know how it turns out. This is week 4 of my dense bean salad challenge. It is almost just about 30 days. And I just want to say to you that this is a now lifestyle change. I always feel so silly when I look up something on Google, same as I did last time. And this time I looked up, do beans brighten your skin? And I asked Google that for the very reason that my under eye has not drastically been dark, but it does give me pause to where I'm like, girl, I got to put on a little concealer. And it has a dark cast, like, you're looking like bags under your eyes. Y'all, can I just tell you that it is not there now? All I've done was eat my beans in the morning before I have breakfast. I do beans, I do my tea that I drink every morning, and it's just a cup of chai tea, and then I have my breakfast. But I have, all of these 30 days, I have been eating a half a cup of beans first thing in the morning, and that's the only thing I've done different. And there have been so many dramatic changes. It's crazy. So apparently the protein and the omega-3 fatty acids that are contained in beans actually enhance cell repair in the skin. So when you're eating beans, it's repairing your skin, it's brightening it. And I had a bright patch on my cheek too. I didn't even know that my cheeks were had some dark casting to it, but my cheeks, I thought I was like, was I in the wind, like what's going on? But no, it literally is the beans. And they are pulling out every piece of toxicity I have in my body. I'm telling y'all, when you go to the bathroom, I know TMI again, it is such a comprehensive bathroom experience, if you know what I mean, read between the lines, that you feel lighter, like there's nothing left. It is the weirdest feeling, but it is the best feeling. So I will be continuing past these 30 days until they put me in the ground dead because these beans have been so significantly just enhanced my everyday with the energy. I am still sleeping through the night. I have not gotten up. I got up twice to go to the bathroom in this whole past month, and that was it. I have not checked my phone. I still wake up 10 to 15 minutes before my alarm. It is insane. So yes, I would highly recommend that you start adding beans in your daily diet and just enjoy the health benefits. Don't, take my word for it. You try it, you do it. Let me know in the comments. Once you do it, come back. Tell me your experience. Tell me what things that you've noticed have happened and have changed for you, because for me, it was significant. All right. So thank you so much for coming along on this 30-day journey with me. And yeah, go make y'all some beans. All right. Eat them up. They are so good. Flavor them how you like, but definitely just try it. You need more fiber in your body. Thank you so much for watching. Please enjoy your dense bean salad. Keep a journal of how you're feeling, because that's the only way I knew things were different and progressing in the right direction. So yes, don't forget to like and subscribe if you've watched this video this far. I will be bringing you more content like this. And thank you so much. Where on Plates and Perspectives, we have good food, real stories, and full hearts. I will see you guys next time.